Hey guys, Sasha from Mobile Geeks here, and I'm at the Asus headquarters in northern Taipei, and I need to begin this whole video again with a little bit of a story. Roughly around 16 months ago, Asus launched, in my opinion, something very, very revolutionary during Computex 2012 here in Taiwan. This was the very first Asus Padfone. What looks like a transformer to you at the moment turns into something different when you're taking a look at the back side of it. So we have this kind of docking bay here, and as soon as I'm opening it, you see there's nothing in there, which is basically because I forgot to put the phone in there. So this is the original Asus Padfone, and this was based on a Snapdragon S4 at that time, and you can just get it in there, and basically you're going to run the tablet using the SoC that's in the phone. You're also using the camera of the phone, and it kind of gives you additional battery life, and of course you have this kind of heavy-headed version of a little transformer. Well, they're not using the keyboard anymore, but in general this kind of tablet station that you can see over here is still used in the next generation, which was the Padfone 2, and then came the Padfone Infinity. So I have this version here that came out like 4 months ago, also once again with a nice docking station. Well, of course, they kind of ramped up the game in terms of the specifications. So there's a 5-inch 1080p display with a 10.1 1080p tablet display, and you know, I'm pretty sure that I've pointed this out in various videos. This is an absolutely gorgeous device, and as you can see, right, the design is absolutely flawless and also timeless. They're using a brushed aluminum, they have nice Corning Gorilla Glass. This, in my opinion, kind of brought Asus from zero into the top 5 of smartphone manufacturers. Well, not in terms of market share, not in terms of units, but trust me, this is one hell of a smartphone, and it kind of sports everything that I needed. There is a new kit on the block. Well, and I have it here, so this is going to be the very first unboxing of the new Padfone Infinity, and I think we're going to dive right into this right now. And here we go. So why is this called the new Padfone Infinity? Well, first of all, it sports the Qualcomm Snapdragon 800, one of the fastest SoCs that is available on the market right now. Plus, on top of it, they dramatically improved the image quality of the pictures that you're taking with the internal camera. It's still a 30 megapixel camera, but they're using something new. It's called the Pixel Master technology, which should kind of improve the image quality, especially when you're in a low light environment. But you know what, let's just do the unboxing right now. Well, first of all, here is the device itself, and you won't see much of a difference compared to the previous version, but we're gonna talk about this a little bit later. Let's take a quick look. We have the PSU in here. Here we go. That's something, well, not so exciting, of course. And we have a USB to micro USB, and once again, you know what, I like industrial design. I like product design. And I have to give the Asus designers some credit and kudos for creating these cute little headsets here. Looks pretty good, looks actually very stylish. Right. Okay, I mean, I'm pretty sure that you guys are not caring about the headset when we're talking about, what is it starting, like $600, €599, by the way, you Europeans out there, €599, it's coming to Europe right now, even without the docking station. Let's talk about the device itself, and let's talk about the differences compared to the previous generation, which I have here. Well, when we're turning it around, first of all, what you see is the color slightly changed. So we have a kind of, is this a darker gray? Is this whatever, light gray, dark gray, whatever? But you know, when you're taking a look at the edges here, so this is the original Padfone Infinity, and this is the new one. So the edges feel a little bit smoother right now. So it's a very, very slight design change, which makes a huge difference as soon as you're taking it into your hand. It feels a little bit like an HTC One because you have this kind of convex curve on the back, while the original one was a little bit edgy on the side, so not as smooth to hold as the new Padfone Infinity is. In terms of weight, we're still talking about 145 grams. It's 8.9 millimeters thick, and it has a 2400 milliampere hour battery in there, which should be good for all-day user scenario, especially with the Snapdragon 800. Never underestimate the TDP of this SoC, even though it's getting quicker, right? They're lowering the power consumption of these SoCs. It comes with 2 gigabytes of RAM. There are versions with 16 and 32 gigabyte of internal storage. And you know what? You're gonna love this because there is a micro SD card slot. Let me just quickly find it. It's over here. But that gives me a reason to do a little bit of a walkthrough of the device itself. So we have a micro USB here on the bottom. We have a volume rocker, and this is the power button here. This looks to me like one of the speakers here. We have a jack for your headset, and then we have the micro SIM card slot and the micro SD card slot. Once again, up to 64 gigabyte. Something that I'm really missing with all these fancy, nice metal brushed aluminum smartphones recently, that I can actually upgrade it. What else is new? We have a 13 megapixel camera on the back. Well, that's not new at all. And we have a 2 megapixel camera on the front. And that's about it. And by the way, this is called titanium black. That's the color. There will also be a platinum white. Yeah, they all need to have these fancy names for their colors. It's running Android Jelly Bean 4.2.2. The display 5-inch Super IPS. It's 400 candela brightness. That's pretty good. And of course 1080p, which means 441 ppi. So, and last but not least, Corning Gorilla Glass, but trust me, it's not really okay, I haven't said this, sorry about that, Corning, but somehow I think I'm the only person in the world who would even be able to get scratches on a Corning Gorilla Glass 10 in 2021 or something. Well, that's about it, and I think it's about time to finally switch on the device. Let me just kind of set this up so that we don't have too much of headlights here. And let's see. Okay, I'll be back in a second. And finally I made it, found a proper position for this device. Because the lights on the ceiling are a little bit of a problem. Let's finally switch it on, and maybe I need to turn back the brightness a little bit. Let's do this here, so you guys that should be easier for you to see. Oh, you know what, but I also need to see something. Okay. How about that? Well, let's start with this notification menu that comes down. Nothing really changed to the original Padfone Infinity. So we have all these little quick settings here. I can switch on the NFC on and off, which kind of hints that there will be an NFC module in there. Not will be, there is one in there. And I can immediately, head over to Wi-Fi settings and, the audio wizard, which is also something unique with Asus devices. It's kind of offering you like equalizer settings for specific listening scenarios. So I really like that, and I think this is very, very, very handy. This is for a Miracast display, and last but not least, we can dive into the settings. You know what? This is something that I recently recognized, not only with HTC, LG is doing that. Sony's been doing it. I think they're not doing it anymore. These settings are all coming with a kind of very bright white background, which in my opinion absolutely sucks. By the way, Android Jelly Bean 4.2.2, let me show you something about this little button here. because this is a kind of Asus quick dictionary functionality that they've been introducing with the very, very first Padfone Infinity. So you're just pressing it, and then you're heading over to a word, even in an app, right? And it just immediately gives you a dictionary about this, what it is. So if this would be, for example, let's translate it to Spanish, yeah. Then you have to download the additional data. Makes perfect sense. Let's go back to English, right? So I think this is so handy, especially when you're surfing on kind of foreign language websites. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back here. So I said Android Jelly Bean 4.2.2. Let's see which version we got and how much storage is left here. But you know what? This is getting a little bit annoying. Let's get it up there. So I think this is a 16 gigabyte version, and you almost have, well, not almost, it's 10.5 gigabyte that are still available for your apps. So that's not too bad, considering that it also comes with a couple of proper apps here. What you also notice is that this typical Asus customized version of Android is just very, very close to a vanilla experience, right? What I also like is that they finally got rid of the having like the home button, back and the menu button here in the display itself. So it kind of moved down, but which is also something that they introduced with the original Padfone. So as you can tell, this almost looks like a vanilla Android, but we have these Asus widgets over here for the weather and for your email. Plus here on the side, we have this little Splendid app, which kind of makes you enhance the image quality, or kind of customize the image quality of the device itself. Once again, the audio wizard and the web storage. By the way, with the new Padfone Infinity, I'm pretty sure you're also getting like free web storage or cloud storage for a year or so. Over here we have the Asus apps. Proper calendar. I really like the colors and the overview of it. We have a little tasks application. This is called Story, and it's going to be interesting when you want to take pictures and you want to put them into a storyline. So you can create a new story. I'm going to call it Test because I've been using already Test again. So these are some pictures that I took earlier. Let's choose a bunch of them. Okay, so we have 5. Let's say done. It's processing it, and it's creating you a kind of Flipboard-like, Flipboard style album that you can also optimize. For example, if I want to edit it, just press here, and then I can still move pictures around, exchange them. I can just pinch to zoom in there. I can add a storyline to it. I can add additional pictures again, and of course I can also add a location here, different layouts. I think it's pretty cool, right? If you're on holidays, right, and you just want to create a little bit of a storyline for all the pictures that you took. Let's go back to the start. And then we have the Power Saver, we have a File Manager, My Library, and this is the Instant Dictionary that I've been showing you. App Backup just gives you a very, very easy to manage application to back up all your apps, which makes perfect sense, right, if you want to do a factory reset again. App Lock also helps you to protect your apps, because actually you can put a password on all your apps, so you can't change or update them without knowing the password. FM radio, web storage, and media frame. Okay, so this is more of a kind of screensaver, right? It's just plays back a video, or just gonna do a slideshow of some folders and whatnot. And I mean, I think that's about it. So we have all the Google apps here in one folder. We also have Car Home, by the way, which is kind of interesting, because I mean, when you're in a car, you definitely need, in my opinion, a different UI, and this is what Asus is providing with Car Home. So you can easily access navigation, play music, and your phone settings, and the phone functionality of it. Like it, Asus, good job. Okay, I need to press exit. That's why it says exit, Jesus. What else do we have here? We have mirror. Okay, hello, that's me. For those guys constantly checking their makeup, right? This mirror functionality. So we have my Bitcast here, movie studio, to edit movies with parental lock. Polaris Office is pre-installed. We have a little setup wizard that helps you to get through the whole setup of your Padfone Infinity. And you know what? That's about it. And I think it's kind of time to check out the display. Let's see if there are pre-installed movies on here. Oop, nope. Doesn't look like it. But I've already took some pictures to check out the viewing angles here. And by the way, this is the gallery app. It also looks a little bit different. It kind of reminds me again of a Flipboard, or maybe kind of flat Google Plus app design, or maybe even the Blink feed from the HTC One. Right, so let's, oh, here's a video. Okay, maybe not. Need to sign in. Okay, let's do it. That looks pretty cool, right? This kind of pattern. So here's a picture that I took of my phablet from a Korean manufacturer. Guess what it is? And you know what? Let's check out the viewing angles here. Vertical and horizontal viewing angles. That wasn't so smart at all. Well, just trust me. It's really good. And let's also check out the camera application, because I mean we all love to take pictures. Here we go. Because this is also very unique. As you can see, the application itself looks different, but with this kind of true pixel. Oh, sorry. It's not true pixel. Pixel Master. True Pixel. I think that's another company. It's doing also in Taiwan. You have these kind of pre-arranged settings here, and when you're just switching into auto, and especially when you're in a low light environment, it's immediately switching on this special Pixel Master technology, which should do better pictures. Let me also try out something. We also have a turbo mode that I can switch on. Okay, so now it's off. Let me just try the turbo mode. So that was like 50 pictures. I don't know, this feels like a Gatling gun or something. So I can choose the best one. It's just showing me the top 5 right now. An internal algorithm is coming up with it. Let's save this one. Okay, let's take a look at it. So here we are. Oh, let me just show you some pictures that I took earlier. So here's a picture of my phone, of my little phone collection of my camera. Trust me, that looks really good, right? So this 13 megapixel camera is definitely one of the, let's say, the top cameras. Everybody has a 30 megapixel camera right now, but you can't go for 5 or 8 anymore, even though that doesn't tell you anything about the image quality, right? Okay, let's go back. What else can we do here? How about the settings here? So I can change the white balance. It's all set to auto right now. Oh, the camera resolution was set to 2 megapixel. Interesting. Now it's 3 megapixel. Whoa. So here's the video quality. Jeez, a lot of setups. Anti-flicker, that's pretty cool when you want to do some proper videos of some displays. But I would love to, I would love to have a higher resolution of the camera, and I'm pretty sure that you can set it up here. And let's see, is there an image stabilizer actually? I don't think so. Nope. Nope, there's definitely no image stabilizer. Let's check it out. I don't think so. Nope. That still looks pretty good. Once again, sorry guys, I will still figure it out how to shoot a 5.8 13 megapixel pictures. last but not least, well, of course, there's also a station for this device. Let me just show you. Here we go. So here's the Padfone Infinity station, which didn't change at all compared to the previous version. So if you already have the original Padfone Infinity, right, you don't need to change the docking station. Let's just do this here, get it in there, and once again, kudos to the guys who created this mechanism here. And here we are. It's immediately switched on. Look at this, and now you have a tablet. All right, and I can also use the gallery. I can take a look at my pictures here. Pretty cool, huh? So what else do you need to know? What about pricing? What about availability of the Padfone Infinity? And what is my final verdict of this? Well, I think some people notice already that I'm a little bit of an Asus fanboy, which is mainly because I just love companies that are taking a risk. I love companies that are willing to think outside of the box and coming up with a new form factor, trying to invent markets. Asus is one of these few companies. This Padfone Infinity, once again, in my opinion, got them into the top 5 of the best smartphones that are available on the market. The design, the build quality is absolutely amazing. Right? This is a device that you can easily just put next to each and any other phone, even the newest iPhone 5S, right? And people would just grab it and ask you, wow, who made this phone? And you're saying, well, that's Asus. Aren't they making EPCs or netbooks, right? Well, welcome to 2013. Asus is a proper smartphone manufacturer right now. On top of it, if you fancy a 10-inch tablet, right, you can also get this additional tablet station and turn your Padfone Infinity into one of the best-in-class 10.1-inch Android tablets. So let's talk about the availability. Well, before Christmas, I just can't tell you exactly, but they're going to roll it out internationally. I can tell you a little bit about the pricing. So if you want to get just the 16 gigabyte phone, it will be $599 US or €599. If you want to add the Padfone Infinity tablet station, that one, add another €200 or another $200. So that means you're ending up at $799, which in my opinion is absolutely reasonable for what you're getting. If you want to get the 32 gigabyte model, it's gonna be $699, or of course with the docking station, $899. There will be flip covers, there will be bumper cases, there will be sleeves for the station itself. This is a really, really nice phone. And if you're on the market for something different, and if you're on the market for something solid and unique, I would love to recommend to you to take a look at the new Padfone Infinity, because this is a goddamn fast device. I'm not doing any benchmarks on Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 anymore. Just trust me, guys, it's going to be the same as the other Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 devices. But this is an absolutely amazing device, and once again, I love competition, and Asus with the new Padfone Infinity is a pretty tough competitor on this market. That's the new Padfone Infinity, very first unboxing, very long hands-on. I'm Sasha from Mobile Geeks. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe to our channel, right, I'm just happy to invite you to watch all our other videos. Well, this is Sasha from Mobile Geeks. Finally, thanks for watching.